Hi guys, how are you? So this video today, I would like to bring attention to some cases that I have been noticing in my practice. Um, is I've been noticing, some cases of BPD population, and I would like to comment a little bit about what I have been noticing. I have been noticing a lot of shame and guilt and identity confusion and feeling of inefficacy, personal inefficacy, and even desperation when they receive this kind of diagnosis. Also, unfortunately, there is a discrimination, even from therapists, even to work with this kind of population, because there is out there stigma that is a hard population to work with because it's very unstable and all over the place, if you will, with the emotions, and the suicidality says that it's very high, and it can be draining. Well, I disagree. I agree that is a population that we need to really apply, more attention, but I don't see this population as being a difficult population to work with. I assess my clients in the first evaluation when I notice this posture, even physically, they have a posture of I'm close, I'm ashamed. I had even recently one client that really was really remarkable in the way that I noticed my client, the posture and the display that I was BPD. I'm worried if it's incurable, what I'm going to do, and also not knowing a lot about it, and have had a diagnosis about it and not really knowing about it because this person came from a referral, and not really knowing what it is, but just feeling actually the weight of, or discrimination of, yeah, that's what you have, and it's incurable, and I cannot work with you. So that's what she heard from the other place that referred her out. So it's very important to know that you are not defined by your diagnosis. You are not your diagnosis. A diagnosis is a way that we need, that we have as therapists to just build a treatment based on the diagnosis. So I tell clients that exactly what will help you to overcome, the challenges of every diagnosis that you have is not seeing you in it, or not being defined or determined by your diagnosis. The diagnosis is not your GPS. The diagnosis is not what is going to take you to the destiny that you want. The diagnosis is just the what we need to be adjusting while you build this, expansion of self, of identity, while you discover other points of plasticity within you as a person, as an individual, while you can holistically transcend all the challenges that your body biochemically, physically, and emotionally will give you. So it's important that you don't identify yourself with the diagnosis, and the diagnosis cannot really suppress the ability and the potential that individually you have, or independently of the diagnosis that you already have. So we will work, based on the diagnosis, a lot of course, in cases, and that's what we do, but at the same time, is striving for something more out of it. It's not a maintaining. We are not going to maintain you into that cycle of, the diagnosis, and maintain the functionality, but actually is trying to, recreate and innovate new ways to expand yourself. Or even I like to tell clients is to mature even points of ourselves that they are still prematured and they are still rigid, we will develop that flexibility within oneself, is building the plasticity of our abilities in our brain, our mind, right? And that's the focus, I believe, in every aspect of therapy, is to expand you, and is not to keep you just rotating into one dynamic and one monotonous cycle of oneself, but is the other, is the completely the opposite, is actually to expand you so you can connect with other instances of yourself, bringing other elements to make your life to be worth living, to build a meaning in your life, and to get out of this cycle of the dependency of who I believe I am, and in the diagnosis that I believe that's what defines me. That's not what defines you, and what defines you is what you believe, is how you believe. And so it's important that you don't believe that it will define you, because then it will. Okay, so it's important that you rescue yourself outside of this cyclic dysfunctional belief, and expand your abilities, because we all have this opportunity. Just give yourself permission. Okay, so I am gonna to finish the video here, and I hope it made sense and help, and I will see you and talk to you next video. Okay, bye.